The following program is for adult audiences only.
Hey, this is Alonzo Bowden, and you are listening to Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
And we're back.
Fucking, you guys just missed some awesome chloroseptic
Yeah,
content.
he started prematurely.
Chlorophyll!
Sounds more like Borophyll.
It'll cure your sickness. Anyway. How's it going, shitheads? Before I forget.
Oh, man.
Johnny got a new computer, so hack him today!
Hey, would that be what our fans would be? Shitheads?
Yeah, that's what I think, right?
Oh, shit, yeah.
There you go.
There
right.
you go.
Well, maybe we should make t-shirts. Hey,
Shitheads.
one of you assholes should make us t-shirts. We already made t-shirts, you know?
Yeah.
I made mine too small. I'm really sunk into it. I don't like it. I gotta make a bigger one. Anyway.
Don't let him fool you.
I did. You know what I'm doing? Okay,
Get that
guys.
shit as tight as he possibly can.
You'll see. I'm doing a cabana guy thing from now on. It's really fucking cold right now. But 4 days ago, because we're in Elko, it was 70 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And I was tanning and shit. It was awesome. So I got this cabana guy motif I'm going to do. And I'll just do cabana guy from now on the show. Different matching ensembles and straw hats. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible. Bring some tiki torches and shit. It's
There
gonna be
you
awesome.
go.
I'm going to make the show great again. Tiki style.
Wait, all we need to make it great is some transgender mice, and we're good to go.
What a fucking jackass. You know what's crazy? Is I think it's because he can't read that good.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, it's transgenic, you fucking dumb fuck.
I saw this thing. Somebody was saying they think he can't read because so King Charles sent him a letter, and so he said, yeah, he would like you to read the letter out loud because the media's there and everything else, and they're all got cameras on them and shit. And he said he would like you to read this out loud. So he reads it. He's like, wow, that's great, good guy. The King Charles is a great guy. Yeah, wow, this is really good. And he hands it to the guy. He's like, would you like to tell him what it says?
That's not reading out loud, Mr. Trump, you shitbird.
Yeah.
Dude, you know, you can't get that guy to read on camera either because when they sign shit, like when they hand him to sign shit, he doesn't even do a good once-over. Like, he doesn't believably skim. He skims like when a kid skims like they don't know how to read, but they flip through the fucking books, you know what I mean? Yeah, make noises and shit. But you know they're not reading it. He does the same thing when they hand him bills to sign, and then he goes, yeah, so what's this one about? Oh, yeah, that's a big one. That's a good one. Yeah, you know what that does? I fucking don't. You know, it's so insane. Yeah. It's like he didn't read any of those fucking things. What do you mean? I would think if I'm the president, my whole job is reading them fucking things before I sign them.
Oh, yeah.
So that, like, when they say, hey, here's this one, you're like, oh, let me show the Americans I'm not a fucking jackass, and I could read, and I remember, like, oh, that one, that's about this stuff. And let me tell you how that's going to impact you. Not, oh, yeah, it's a good one. You know, what do you, yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
fucking, whoa,
that's great.
Yeah. We're going to change Washington fucking District of America. Fucking, yeah. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
I mean, not only that, but you sign something, they're like, oh, this is to sign over all your assets to us, you fucking dipshit.
Yeah,
like,
it's absolutely.
Well, thank you.
It's just very. I don't know. I've seen this thing about like smart guys. Not to say I'm like a smart guy, but like it's like, yeah, a lot of smart dudes.
You could read.
Their problem with most of people that aren't smart dudes is that you feel like when you're talking to them, to really have a conversation with this person, I would have to teach you shit that you missed in like 5th grade all the way up until like now. I bring up a I'll say it's fictitious. It's not, but I know a person that says we take some of these little spin a tube DNA test things, right? And you're like, oh, it says I'm a whatever the fuck. And then this person's like, yeah, but probably not your mom, though. It jumps a generation. It skips a generation. Like being French.
And it skipped a generation.
Yeah, and you're just like, man, I just, like, fundamentally, to actually teach you why that's so fucking stupid to think, I would have to, like, reteach you how babies are made. Like, that's how far back I would have to, and then start from there and that's a lot of, I've been noticing a lot of times I'm getting into conversations with people and they say some shit and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, you don't know a lot of stuff, man. Like, that's a crazy thing to have to, and I just gotta get out of there. I'm telling you, dude, and I don't know if that's a high intelligence thing. I just think it's a low, very, very low level intelligence thing around. We're walking around and people are believing crazy shit, man. Just crazy shit rolling around their fucking heads, dude. It's nuts. You're a lot, and Donald Trump's one of these dudes that's just like, I don't know why they call it Columbia. It's nowhere near Columbia. We're going to call it District of America. It's like they taught that in, like, 7th grade, why it's called Washington, D.C. Remember? Like, to go back and teach you. Holy Christ. I don't know. It's just a little bananas, dude. Oh, I know somebody called Harriet Tubman an ableist. That's an ableist. Yeah, she was an ableist. I was like,
can you tell me exactly what an ableist is?
What are you talking about, man? Like, there's so many people that don't know a lot of shit, man. I'm just good. I had this person going. And they said, there's this thing going around on the internet where you ask somebody, like, who their favorite black people are. And because, like, white people don't know who black people are. It's super easy. Anybody in rap, dude, you could easily, like, so many comedians, you could easily, like, you could phone that one in.
Mm-hmm.
But you get a racist because every time you ask them, who's your favorite black people, they always immediately go to, like, some sort of fucking civil rights representative or some guy's like, yeah, but you're a white person, so why would that be your favorite black, like, I mean, Martin Luther King didn't do fuck shit for me, bro. Lil Wayne did way more shit for me than Martin Luther King did. I mean, realistically, if I was going to go favorites, like Dave Chappelle did way more than me, like Malcolm X.
It's funny, I was going to say Tyrone Biggs.
Yeah, like there's a lot of dudes.
That was the black racist guy on the first season of Chappelle's show.
Yeah, there's a lot of black dudes that, like, if you were going to, like, favorite black people, like, There's the NFL. Everybody there. Like, Lamar Jackson did way more for me. Like, I won bets because of that guy. Like,
right.
But, you get a racist person today, Harriet Tubman. And I'm like, what did Harriet Tubman really do? What'd she really do? I had this person go on that the Underground Railroads went from Canada under California through under the Alamo. I was bullshit.
I was going to say, you should have told him it's the underwater railroad, and he probably would have fucking...
Like, dude, it's crazy. How do you not know this stuff?
It went around California under the ocean.
I didn't even get educated at, like, a decent school.
God.
I just didn't turn... Like, I'm like, dude, did you live 40 years and you didn't just listen to anything? You just fucking... I'm not listening to nothing around me. I don't know anything that's going on. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
Absolutely crazy. But... wise up, guys. YouTube exists. You can totally learn shit every day. You can just learn all kind of shit, whatever you want to learn, dude. Don't learn the crazy stuff. The Earth's not flat. But
yeah, right.
Welcome to the shit show.
Where
we dare to care. Don't do heroin.
Drugs are bad.
Don't do heroin, kids. That's the only one we care about. But, got to get the cops off our back. We had a discussion before the show started on, which one's actually bad. And I'll tell you, Johnny 100% endorsed every drug. No. I just don't know why anything but heroin's illegal, right? That's the only one. Well, and smoking, like, Xanax. You can't do that, right? You can't. I think it should be illegal to mix legal drugs with other legal drugs. I don't think you should be able to get crossfaded. I think if we're going to make anything illegal, everything you could do by itself, I think it's fine. It's when you mix it. That's when you get fucked up, dude. That's when you get really fucked up, dude. If you go, oh, yeah, like, I'm going to fucking snort Xanax. You're like, oh. But then you're like, but then I'm going to drink, like, 6 Bud Lights. Then you smash into a hospital. Then you're like, you can't do that shit, dude. Speedball, knock you out, keep you going. Fucking right to prison. That's where you're going. Anyway, welcome to the show.
Tom Segura and his wife, they did something. They have a podcast called Your Mom's House.
Yes,
And
I've seen a.
Yeah, they just did a YMH10. That's their live thing. You have to pay for it. So it was like $10.99. It's $11, something like that. Not a big deal. I pay for it. It was really good. I haven't watched all of it yet. I'm only about an hour and a half in. It's just over 3 hours.
Okay, well.
Yeah, for $11. Fuck.
Dude,
yeah.
that's what Rogan's gonna start doing, dude. He's gonna charge you fucking assholes $10 an episode. I'm not gonna pay.
I mean, they have their regular one too, but this is just a special one. Yeah, it was really good. They had some skits and shit like that. So I guess his wife Christina, her big fantasy was, oh my God, Robert Smith. I think that's his name from The Cure.
I don't think I ever watched
Robert Smith. Well, it's a band.
Oh.
The Friday I'm in Love, emo fucking 80s, yeah.
Miss me.
Well, so he shaved off all of his fucking facial hair, had a wig, they gave him guy liner and lipstick
Wait a second,
and all that
to
shit.
like bang the dude?
I mean, that was her crush when she was younger. I guess
Dude, do people still do fantasies? I was like, dude, like fucking like what, like the internet exists. Come on, guys.
So they did. Let's see. Tom.
I did see this video about a dude dressed up as a pony.
Yee.
Johnny, don't you fucking judge, all right? A good-looking pony.
Don't ask where the tail came out of.
Don't you fucking judge where the tail came out of. I'll let you know.
So there's him as Robert Smith. Over here in the corner.
Holy heat wave. Is that what the dude really looked like?
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Guys. I don't know. Who knows?
So here,
I mean,
let me look up Robert Smith so you can see
I guess
that.
it's probably super awesome if your wife had, I say like if, like, me bitches would be like, hey, man.
So there's Robert Smith. So you
Holy
can see
fuck.
he did a damn good job, dude. Damn good job.
Jeez. I guess it's nice for like your wife, like, to tell you, I really want to fuck like a super ugly dude. Like that's, you know what I mean.
Well, she was loving it, dude. She was getting off the whole fucking time.
You don't want to.
Well, I guess
you don't want it to be a hot guy, right? You want it to be an ugly dude, right?
Yeah.
If it's anybody.
I guess on one of the other episodes, because this is the first one I watched, she dressed up like some chick that he liked, and so then he did Robert Smith. So it was pretty cool. But he did that for the whole show. Kind of off-putting when you're used to his, beard and mustache and all that shit and no hair. And yeah, it was weird. Just I watched a video of them shaving him and everything for the. Dude, it was fucking weird.
Hey, you want to know what my fantasy is? Let's dress up like people that live in another fucking town.
Right?
I don't give a fuck what wig you're wearing, bitch. Let's just dress up like we don't live at this address. I don't fucking.
Yeah, it's been really good so far. Like I said, I'm about halfway through it, so it's really good. I like it. It's funny.
Fucking Bill Burr just got a new special. Came out on Hulu. I have not watched it.
Trying to turn you just a little.
I'm right in the finger. No. I haven't watched it. I hope it's good. He hasn't come out with anything in like a super long time. So
I think Paper Tiger was the last one.
Yeah, it was the last one. Yeah, the fucking black and white one. I didn't like it, dude.
It was okay. It was a Red Rock.
Oh, the Red Rock one. I didn't really like the Red Rock one. He stole some of our shit on that
Was
show,
that,
remember?
Was that Paper Tiger or was that after?
No, Paper Tiger was before, I think.
Okay.
The Red Rock one was later. Remember, that was when I was like, man, some of
Yeah.
that shit sounds a lot like our
For
stuff,
real, dude. For
a
real.
lot of our stuff.
And it's funny because our shit came out before that special,
before
too. So.
You fucker. And I don't
Yeah.
want to, I mean, I've heard a lot of times they're like, oh, there's not that much stuff to make jokes about. Like, a lot of jokes are the same. Like, I say a lot of weird shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty, it's kind of hard to get on the spear with me.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's the last one we've seen. So hopefully this one's going to be pretty good. That black and white one was whack as fuck. I don't know about that one.
Something else I've been listening to is, I've listened to it, I think this is the fourth time I've listened to it. It's Doug Stanhope, Digging Up Mother.
Goddamn Doug Stanhope.
He wrote the book and then did the
He's
audio
dead,
book
right?
for it. No.
Oh, how?
Don't say shit like that.
I thought he did. God damn it. He's still Hooch Hound? Isn't that the guy?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, he's still boozing? How do you live this long?
Yeah, no shit.
That's what I'm saying. Why is cocaine illegal? Like, I know so many cocaine people that it's just like, if that was really that dangerous, wouldn't these motherfuckers be dead?
Yeah. The audiobook is over 12 hours.
Holy heat.
Yeah, it took me a couple of days to get to where I am now. I have about 2.5 hours left. So tomorrow I'll be able to listen to the rest of it because I work by myself.
I think the last audiobook I listened to was The Alchemy of Finance. Let me tell you what, guys. You can fucking skip that one, guys.
It's really good. If you have the chance to listen to it, I highly recommend it. If you have Amazon Music, it's free on Amazon Music.
I'm sure doesn't everybody... I mean, we're on Amazon Music. Shouldn't we get it for free?
I think the only one we're on now is YouTube.
Here's the thing.
I was tired of paying for that shit.
Creators need to get the services for free.
Right?
It seems like really if like we're devoting content, are we not entitled? Like the fucking phone service is giving me Netflix. What the fuck, Amazon? I'm giving you content. We got to get we should do a shitty Netflix special. They're giving one to everybody. We should just get one, and it's somehow going to be just like us at a table. It's going to be the exact same fucking show, just with all you assholes out there. I bet you we could fill a room with 40 people. I think that's all they have at those tapings. And then they just dub in laughter. I found out that you could just fucking record in people are laughing. You make me way funnier than I am, dude. That's what they do to Jimmy Fallon. That fucking asshole's not funny. Anyway.
All right. We're going to go into our first story. I think I'm going to cut down 2 stories because we're already...
Cut it down. Cut them down.
16 minutes already,
like
so...
the fucking Amazon, we're going to cut them down.
All right. She hid her husband's body for 18 years. Then a prank went wrong and exposed the chilling truth. Yeah, pretty crazy.
Let's hear it.
It says, Lee Sabin always seemed to be spinning some sort of tale. That's according to those who knew her over the years, throughout her mysterious moves from Britain to New Zealand, then to Australia, and then back to Britain, where she settled in Wales. Throughout that time, according to the Washington Post, Lee had a sort of life of fame as a cabaret singer, and she told plenty of people she had succeeded, just in other places at other times in her life. But the biggest mystery surrounding Lee, and the one that would eventually bring her international fame, was the disappearance of her husband John Sabin in 1997. Over the years, Lee made passing references to murdering John, but people believed her about as much as they believed her tales about her music career, according to the BBC. It wasn't until November 2015, when John's body was discovered in the couple's backyard, that Lee's friends finally began to believe the story she told. Lee and John Sabin married in 1960 and had 5 children together, first meeting when she was a teenager and John was already married with 2 children. The couple made several big moves over their next 4 decades together, according to the Post, all in an effort for Lee to find fame and fortune as a singer. The New Zealand Herald reported in 2024 that Lee and John's many moves culminated in their abandoning their 5 children at an Auckland foster care facility before heading back to Britain, where they remained through John's 1997 death and the discovery of his body 18 years later, which came after a neighbor's prank went horribly wrong. A woman named Michelle James heard that the previous tenant of her Wales flat, Lee Sabin, had kept a medical skeleton in a package in the backyard. Lee, who had died of cancer a month earlier in October 2015, had often asked her caregiver to move the hefty package and made seemingly joking references to a body being kept inside of it, according to the BBC. The outlet reported that James and her friend, Rhiannon Lee, decided one day to use the so-called medical skeleton for a prank. But when they cut the package open, bodily fluids from the carefully preserved corpse spilled onto their hands, prompting them to call police.
Hardly carefully preserved.
We thought we'd bring it in, put it on the settee, which I had to Google, means couch, and then knock the ceiling for the neighbor to come down just to play a prank, Lee said in a 2024 Sky TV documentary about the case, according to the BBC. It obviously wasn't a medical skeleton, South Wales Police Constable Joy Nichols said in the documentary, according to the BBC. A pathologist determined the male body had died from blunt force trauma and had been preserved through medical mummification. DNA analysis would later confirm the body found in the Sabins' backyard belonged to John, who was 67 at the time he was last seen in 1997, according to The Guardian. During an inquiry into John's murder in 2016, one of Lee's friends, Valerie Chalkley, testified that Lee confessed to killing John during a 1997 phone call. But Chalkley says she wasn't even sure if Lee was being serious, noting Lee's similar grandiose statements about her singing career. The problem with Lee was you never knew if she was telling the truth or not, Chalkley said, according to the BBC. In 2024, Glamorgan Valley's coroner Andrew Barkley told the BBC, precisely what happened and the circumstances will sadly never totally be known. But other investigators have little hesitancy when it comes back to their conclusion. It is my view that Lee Sabin killed John Sabin and wrapped up his body, South Wales Detective Chief Inspector Gareth Morgan told The Guardian in 2016. There was no evidence to suggest anyone else knew of his death.
She fucking live in the same place that she killed him in?
I assume.
You say, did you carry this fucker around since 1998?
From here to there to everywhere.
Holy fucking balls. You almost deserve to kill him. And not only this...
You deserved to... I mean, well, she died, so obviously she got away with it. It's like, but you almost deserved to get away with it.
Well, yeah, but secondarily, too, like, you know, if he's 67 when she fucking rocks his dome, how old was she? Like, that's to be said, too. Could you imagine, like, you know, she's probably, like, what, 65? I didn't think 65-year-old lady couldn't kill me with a heavy thing, dude. No way.
Well, but you're not 67 either, so.
I know, that's what I'm saying, like that, but that's still a pretty... If I was 67, I think it would take a younger broad, dude. I think if I'm 67, it takes, like, a 25-year-old lady to take me out. We'll have to see. I'm going to take, you know what I'm going to do? Instead of bum fights, I'm going to call it bitch fights. And I'm going to be an old man, and I'm just going to fight young bitches. You know what I mean? I'm going to get up out of my tweed suit, and I'm going to fucking take my glasses off, and I'm going to host 25-year-old MMA chicks. And I'm just going to beat the shit out of them when I'm in my 60s. That's going to be our new platform. That's what it's going to be. I'm going to call it bitch fights.
Speaking of fights, do you know who Eddie Hall is?
I do.
So, did you hear that he's going to have an MMA fight with Mariusz Pudzianowski?
I did not.
Yeah, I read that the other day.
I heard Mark Zuckerberg was going to have an MMA fight with somebody. Is that not?
Well, he was supposed to fight Elon Musk,
Fuck
and
off.
that never fucking...
That big fat bag of milk, Elon Musk? Come on now.
I wish it would happen. I really wished it would happen before, but now I really wish it would happen.
I want to fight both of them.
At the
same time. They can both... I'll fight both of them. And I'll just fucking... And no biting. I won't bite them. I'll be... fair. I'll be kind.
It's like Eddie Hall fighting the two brothers that he beat the living shit out of.
Let's fight both of them. Yeah, I'll get them both. Come on, dude.
So this was going to be the last story, but I'm going to jump right to it because we're almost at 23 minutes, so I don't think we're going to have time for more. So
to it.
I've heard about it a lot over the last few days. Stepson, who weighed 68 pounds after 20 years in alleged captivity, ate from trash and drank from toilet.
Fuck yeah, dude. Living like a Spartan.
Have you heard about that?
No,
dude,
I
it's
have not.
Fucking nuts, dude.
Living like a Spartan.
It says new details are emerging about the depraved living conditions of a Connecticut man allegedly locked in a room by his stepmother for over 20 years. In an interview with the detective from the Waterbury Police Department, the victim alleged that he started drinking toilet water at the age of 3 and was removed from the home after child services was called in response to him eating from the trash. The victim, now 32, also said that his stepmother, Kimberly Sullivan, started locking him in his room when he was just 3, according to an arrest warrant obtained by People.
What was he eating out of the trash?
Whatever he could find, I guess. At first, he just spent evenings being locked up, but that all changed when he left school at the age of 11, when he said he was removed from the schools after teachers and administrators raised concerns to authorities. By this time in his life, he was always hungry, so when he was at school, he would ask others for their food, steal others' food, and sometimes eat food out of the garbage, read the warrant. The victim told police that the Department of Children and Families did come to his home on 2 occasions, and that Sullivan allegedly advised him to tell investigators that everything was fine, according to the warrant. After that second visit, the boy alleges that his stepmother pulled him out of school, marking the start of the victim's alleged 21 years in captivity, in which he was allegedly locked in his room, an 8 by 9 foot storage space with angled ceilings, for at least 22 hours a day, according to the warrant. He was only allowed out of his room to do chores, he told police, and was forced to find new ways to relieve himself given his limited access to a toilet. According to the warrant, the victim described urinating into a bottle, then funneling it into a tube made of straws that emptied out through a hole in the window. When defecating, the victim said he would place a newspaper on the ground, squat over it, and then tie it up with string he unraveled from old t-shirts before throwing it in the kitchen garbage the next time he was allowed out of the room to do chores. That room did not have heat or air conditioning and was locked from the outside by Sullivan, per the warrant. The victim said the last time he had left the property was when he was 14 or 15 to accompany his father to the local dump.
Well, not really, because there's a window in it. So, I mean, it wasn't really... I mean, there's a window with a hole in it. I mean, you'd think you would just get out the window, right? I don't know. I haven't seen the schematics. I don't know. I fancy myself an escape artist. I feel like I try to escape that situation. Like, what do you mean? Who's watching you 23 hours a day? Come on, Johnny.
He eventually came up with the idea to start a fire, a plan that nearly backfired after he was admitted to the hospital in critical condition. Once the man managed to recover, he told detectives he was held captive, leading to the arrest of Sullivan on charges of assault in the first degree, kidnapping in the second degree, unlawful restraint in the first degree, cruelty to persons, and reckless endangerment in the first degree. The suffering this victim endured for over 20 years is both heartbreaking and unimaginable, Waterby Police Chief Fernando Spagnolo said in a statement. Sullivan is maintaining her innocence and preparing to fight the charges, according to her attorney, Leonis A. Kaloidis. That's a fucking name right there. We would urge the public not to rush to judgment in this case, to please keep in mind that she is presumed innocent unless and until, if ever, the state can prove otherwise at trial, Kaloidis said in a statement to People. These allegations are horrific, and she intends to defend them vigorously. She is innocent, and we intend to follow this case through until she is vindicated. Sullivan's bond is set to $300,000, and she is now in the custody of the Connecticut Department of Corrections. The victim, who is still being treated at an undisclosed facility, has yet to speak publicly about his ordeal, but did tell first responders with what his hopes were after settling that February blaze. I wanted my freedom.
I wonder, what the fuck is the... We'll have to monitor this. We'll monitor this case. We'll have to monitor this, because I wonder what the fuck is the point of keeping... Like, wouldn't you just kill him? Who the fuck wants to take care of a human for like 20-something fuck? Like, oh,
I mean, from the sounds of it, they didn't take care of him anyway.
Well, I mean, just like making
Have
sure he's
him
still
around.
alive. Yeah, like, golly, that would have pain in the fucking ass. It's like nobody has the same fish for 20 fucking years. Like, that's why you have, because they die, you know? And then you get a different fish, you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you just kill the fucking guy? I don't know why you'd keep him around for that long. Like, were they beating off on him or something? Like, what was the point?
So she's trying to blame the father because he just died like a year and a half ago. So she's trying to blame him. It's like, then why didn't you let him go
it was
a
all that guy.
year and a half ago?
Yeah, she's got an active phone plan, guys. She's got unlimited data. Could have texted anybody. Could have been like, hey, police, there's a fucking dude in the back. She's part of a softball league. She doesn't fucking tell anybody. Fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't buy that. I don't know why you keep him around for so long if you're... Because, like, ultimately, you're just going to go to fucking prison. Like, what, are you going to keep him until he's an old man in a box? Like,
until you die?
Yeah, and then he
dies
too?
And
he just dies in a box? Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is the point? Like, I don't understand. I totally get kidnapping, and I totally, like, but there's a purpose behind it. There doesn't seem like a purpose behind this other than just, like, keeping a dude in a box. Like, you didn't even watch him in the box or nothing. Yeah. Like, you know?
Not even like Flowers in the Attic where she kept him up there so nobody knew about him.
Yeah, it's like...
It's like, well, it was the dad you were with.
Yeah,
obviously, he knew about the kid.
Yeah, it's not like you're... I don't know what the... There's got to be a purpose behind it. I mean, maybe she obviously does it. Maybe she's just a crazy person. But I just, like, it seems like most... What's the motive? I'm looking for motive here, boys. I'm looking for motive.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep an update on that. But yeah, that's fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, dude. How long? Like 30 years?
20 years.
Golly.
He was 32 now.
Well, yeah. Well, when did she put him in there?
When he was 12.
12? Oh, yeah. Fuck me.
Yeah. Drinking out of the toilet since he's 3 years old. It sounds like they didn't want a kid to begin with.
Guys!
Throw it away.
Rather, because it's never up to... Dude, ladies, just give them away. You can give them for nothing. It doesn't cost you nothing to just, like, leave them at the firehouse. That's what I've been... If I have said that once, I've said it 1,000 times. Just give the fucking thing away, man.
Mm-hmm.
You should have had an abortion. Number one, you should have had an abortion. Jesus doesn't care. It's all a fucking phony thing. If you don't, because you're a selfish bastard, give it to the firehouse. They have a little box. It's like a baby box. You fucking put it in there, I don't know, and then you shut it in there.
Oh, it's just like you make your deposit at the bank. You open it, you put it in, and you shut it, and it goes inside.
Bingo! It's
Gotcha.
it's like returning movies at Blockbuster. Remember?
Yeah,
dude?
back in the day.
Same thing. Instead of building a box outside, just go put them in the firehouse box and shut them in there. Hands are washed. Then you don't gotta worry about it. I just don't. It just seems way like it's always these crazy bitches, and they're always like starving these kids.
Or
and
just
fucking,
sell it. At least make some money out of it.
Sell them, dude. People are buying little white kids all the fucking time, dude. Come on, they'll buy them today, and then they'll put them in a box for a reason. You know, anyway, I just don't know. I don't know what's the point. I feel like you're wasting a person if you're not putting him in a box for a reason. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
All right. I think on that note, we should just stop there. Get the fuck out
Before
of
they
here.
put me in Congress, we better get out of here, all right?
All right. We'll see you next week. New podcast starting every Tuesday at 8 a.m. or hear previous episodes anytime.
Come on back every week, C-Sweet Poppy. I got what you need.
You can email us at who'stalkingshh@gmail.com. That's 3 H's.
That's it. Email me. I want to read your shit.
You can leave a voice message on Anchor and possibly be included in an upcoming episode. Tell us how much you like it or if you think it sucks.
Leave me a name and number after the beep.
Go to our Facebook page link on Anchor.
You know you like me.
You can also hear us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more.
You know me. I'm on all the platties, dawg.